or ever see it. So, anyway, what you do is we're going to use the Ring of the Lucii, and a lot of you probably already know this. It is the quickest way to kill Adamantoise. There is no prohibition from using the Ring of the Lucii. Now the thing is, the Adamantoise has a what do you call it? A resistance to the Ring of the Lucii. However, it is not 100% resistance. There is a small chance that it will work. So basically, it's up to random number generator whether Alterna, I think, yeah, Alterna, will work on him. Now, as a lot of you know, Alterna requires a full MP bar to use it. Now, what we do is we stock up on ethers. Ethers are 100 gil a piece. So you just make sure you have 99 of them. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, okay, so that's 99 ethers at 100 a piece, so that's a significant amount of gil. I mean, that's almost 10,000 gil. The thing is, you get paid 10,000 gil for completing the hunt, like, even after the first time. Like, every subsequent time you do it, you still get 10,000 gil, so you're not losing money. So, we stock up on 99 ethers, and then we manually travel to Adamantoise. I'm gonna go left here, right out of Hammerhead, and then an immediate right at the Golden Key sign. And then I basically just go as fast as possible because I love seeing the Regalia do that little, like, spin out. It's great. Oh, gotta get my camera right for it. There we go. Now, if you can see the Adamantoise there, like, in the background, he's pissed. I know it's nighttime, so you can't see a whole lot. I am sorry. I chose a poor time in-game to do this. Alright, he's seen us. We're starting into combat.
Dude,
and
you can't be serious! Oh crap, you are!
That's not a beast.
Alright, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn the weight off because that just actually kind of pisses me off during this because I keep trying, it just wastes time. So basically what you do, you get out of the car and you run until the little red, like, oh, you're about to engage combat bar changes to, okay, you have a target. You switch to the Ring of Lucii, and I'm playing on Xbox, so it's the right button and Y, and you cast Alternate. Now, I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's about the same on PlayStation. And you cast Alternate. Now, obviously, he resisted at that time, so you pop an ether because we bought 99 of them, and you do it again. So at this point, you keep doing this until the random number generator rolls in your favor. And this is why I turned the active to, I turned the combat to active instead of wait. Okay, there, it worked. I have, as you can see, I got 3 Adamantoise meat, which is an ingredient for the Long White's Peak. You can also get, I think it's Adamantite, which I believe can be used to cast limit break spells. I can't move at the moment. They're doing a little, like, conversation.
That took everything we had.
You should be proud you gave it your all.
I've got nothing left. We actually did it!
Piece of cake, huh?
After an infinite regression, we arrived at an answer.
The turtles all the way down.
God damn, but I love Ignis. The turtles all the way down. She's like, fuck that turtle. I'm sorry, I can't take Gladio seriously when he's dressed like that, but it does give him the most strength. So basically, you jump back in your Regalia, you go manual. Now, especially if you're at night, you'll probably run into some battles, like I was saying. Demons spawn at night, but you know what?
Knocked. Overhead.
Oh, look! The Empire's come to say hi too. Isn't that nice? I kind of really don't give a shit about these guys. Alterna for everyone! It won't kill all of them, but you know. Oh, it did. Iggy's on fire today. I'm sorry, I ship gladness and I am not ashamed. Alright, so, you know, after you take care of anybody that's in your way, you go back to manual.
Ready? Let's hit it.
And
Roll out.
you head back to Hammerhead to turn it in and get your 10,000 gil, which even if you had, if the random number generator, if the gods of RNG had not been on your side and you had used up all 99 of your ethers before you killed it, you would still not lose any money in doing this. So really, you know, I see no reason not to. I mean, I know a lot of people say, oh, well, it takes the challenge out of the game. Look, I fought Adamantoise several times in challenging mode. You know, just actually using things other, like my normal weapons and elemency, other than the Ring of the Lucii. I've done that. At this point, I've killed him enough that many times that I think
Great range of wares here.
I deserve
Paradise for a
to
technophile like
work
you.
the system a little bit. And you can't say that no Final Fantasy games have ever done this, because every single one of them have had some mechanic in them
Wanna come shopping with
that
me,
is
big guy?
exploitable
Yeah, sure.
like this. So, I'm sorry, I have had a little bit to drink, so I'm a little wobbly here. You go back to Forest Whitaker.
You boys eating your fill?
You turn it
No
in.
surprises.
10,000 gil, right there. So that more than pays for the ether I used to kill Adamantoise. And I got 3 Adamantoise meat out of it. So if we look, when we can get up from the
That's about
diner
a
here.
bite to eat.
In the dishes, the long wife's peak, which is like this humongous like roast of meat, if you could see, takes 1 Adamantoise meat and 1 Cactuar ginger. Now Cactuar ginger is not hard to get a hold of. The Adamantoise meat is what is hard to get a hold of. And I just showed you a very simple way, if you are post-game, to get the Adamantoise meat. So, you have the long life's peak recipe. Now, we're going to go do the timed quest. Now, what I'm going to do, since it is dark and it's kind of hard to see, and I do regret that, that was a bad decision on my part to stream this while it was dark in game. I should have like camped or something, but alright. So, the hunt we're looking at is right up here. If you can see, this is the Prairie Outpost, the Hunter's Outpost, and the Prairie Outpost. The hunt is right up here. So, we drive to the Prairie Outpost, and I'm going to fast travel just because I don't want you guys to have to sit there and wait through my car drive. And while it's loading, I just want to say this. You know, there have been, and I've noticed a few changes as updates for the game have come out in the amount of interaction between the Chocobros and the car. Like, I even noticed one time that I didn't notice early in, like, when the game came out. Like, you know, generally when Ignis is driving, Prompto's sitting in the passenger seat, and then Noct and Gladio in the back seat. Well, then, like, Prompto will, like, start talking about something, and he gets, like, really up close in Ignis's face, and, like, really excited, and Ignis just kind of raises his right hand, and just kind of, like, palms Prompto's face, and pushes it away, and I was like, oh my god, that's great. But I am kind of disappointed that when Noct's driving, they coded in, they put in, scripted out, no interaction between Gladio and Ignis while they were sitting in the back seat, and that bothers me for some reason.
Illuminate! You're such a nerd.
Illuminate! But like I said, yeah, I am an unrepentant Gladness shipper, so that's just me. Hate on me if you want to, I don't care. So even though I don't need to, as you can see down at the bottom on the screen, I still have plenty of food buff left. But I'm gonna go ahead and camp, so it'll be daytime.
Could crash right here.
And we are going to eat the Long Wife's Peak, like roast or whatever. And I think the like animatic it gives it is kind of funny because it's there we go. Alright, so Long Wife's Peak, we choose this, and Silkus Greens just because I have them. Yes, Ignis is the man. He's cooking that Adamantoise's meat, and it is good. I kind of love that. It's just like, holy shit, that's a lot of meat. It actually looks very delicious. Okay, look at that on his plate. Alright, and look at Ignis. Look at it on Prompto's plate, and look at Prompto. Okay, there's like thin dudes. Like, how in the, like, I couldn't eat that much meat. How in the hell are they eating that much meat? I don't know. I'm confused. Anyway, let me go through my pictures real quick.
Hey, this one's pretty good. I know.
Aww.
I think it too.
It's Ignis on his green bird, but I can't see his face, so fuck it. What the hell? No. 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 I'm sorry. I love Gladio, and I worked my ass off to get that rugged attire, but the poses he makes are so cheesy. Okay, I'll keep that one. Sorry, I gotta keep that one. Damn it. Keep it. Ah, keep it. Noctis driving. I have plenty of pictures of that. The Adamantoise. Adamantoise.
Getting the whole thing in the shot.
Oh yeah, and it's dark, so there's nothing there. What is that? Oh, those are the Iron Giants, I thought. Okay, I'm done. It's good. McBleasel, I don't know if you're still watching me, but I'm sorry if you can't tune in on the freeway.
Good to go. Just about awake.
Ah, crap. Hold on, let me move my chat window so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. I'm gonna call my chocobo. Alright. I'll open messages soon, McWeasel. I'm very, very sorry. I'm just trying to hurry and get this done.
Easy now.
My husband's asleep, like, literally 10 feet away on the couch, so probably don't need to go at this too long. Alright. So, we are traveling. God damn it, Jacobo. We are traveling to the hunt location, which, again, is up near Cactuars Trench. I don't know if I'm saying that. Cactuars Trench Dungeon. So it's kind of in this area. And we are traveling there now. I already did it last hour, so I'm going to put in my ranking for this hour. It may be better, it may be worse, it may be a lot worse, I don't know.
I'm going on ahead.
You go on ahead, you go girl. You go, Ignis. Alright. I'm hopping on the chocobo. It always seems to have trouble loading the timed quests if a chocobo is nearby. And sometimes it still doesn't, even if the chocobo is not nearby. So basically, we're going to run this way. Oh, I need to show you my loadout before I get started for this. I'm sorry. Damn it, beer. Why do you gotta do this to me? Alright, so basically, how I have everyone set up. Let's go down to gear. So basically, everybody except Noctis is equipped in their typical, what most of you that do the timed quests understand as the typical good loadout. Their most powerful weapons, of course, adjusted accordingly given what you're fighting. And their most powerful attire, which for Gladio is the rugged, everybody else for Ignis and Prompto is the Crown's Guard fatigue, no jacket. Now, I did equip everyone with a ribbon because I'm fighting Cactuars and Slacktars. I have Gladio with the Ring of Resistance to protect everyone from any friendly fire spells. And then pretty much everybody else with the most powerful power attack bracelets that I have. Now, for Noctis, what I did, the main weapon that I will be using is, of course, the Noise Blaster Plus. It's the Noise Blaster Spam. I still haven't gotten the timing on it perfect. I know some people can time it perfectly, where there's no recoil and the step back that he does when he uses it. I am doing my best. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. Oh, I need to take off the Ring of the Lucii and, yeah, put him. Now, the Cactuars and Slacktars, they're not vulnerable to any magics in particular. However, they are resistant to fire. So I either used Freeze or Electum. I've been using recently Electon just because I had more in stock. So I equip the Electon, the Noise Blaster Plus, the Axe of the Conqueror, just because by being equipped it gives the most like power output, and the Trident of the Oracle. Now for his accessories, I've equipped the Black Hood, which, yes, you do have to go through Piteous to get that, which was a total pain in the ass, but I think it's worth it because it allows him to evade enemy attacks, which does take up time. However, he doesn't take the damage he normally would. Now, when you're dealing with Cactuars, they hit hard and they hit fast and they hit constantly. So the Black Hood is good. It does take up some time because he has to spend that time dodging all of their attacks, but he doesn't take the damage from those attacks, which would make me have to stop and use a potion or Phoenix Down or what have you. Now I also have him equipped with the Robe of the Lord, which increases his MP recovery rate, which is vital when you're using the Noise Blaster Plus in this way, because what you're basically doing, whereas with any other weapon like the Trident of the Oracle, you would be using it like a Warp Strike, like the buttons for a Warp Strike. That's what you're using with the Noise Blaster, so it eats up your MP. You will have to pop some ethers. So I equipped the Robe of the Lord just because it kind of mitigates a little bit of the ether usage that I have to do. And then of course the ribbon, because Cactuars, Slacktars, status effects, we don't want that. And then of course the Princess Fatigues with no jacket. Now Some people will go with a different loadout and use something like the Royal Raiment with no jacket because it increases magic recovery or what have you. I found this the best for me. It's really just a case of personal preference. But, so, with all that set, and I've eaten the Long Life's Peak, which increases stats by like a ridiculous amount. I'm heading into the area. I think there's a curl trying to... Damn it! Get away from me. Go away. I don't like you.
Done in a minute. With time to spare.
Alright, so as you can
Nothing
see,
to it.
the little blue exclamation marks, those are the Cactuars and Slacktars. So, luckily I'm gonna go ahead, remove my chat. I'm going to pop a Power EX, since it's obvious I don't have to initiate this quest, from the quest marker, which would clear all of the buffs that I actually had ready. So I'm going to go ahead and pop a Power EX. And I'm going to run. I'm going to move my chat down so I can actually see what I'm doing. Alright, the first thing I do,
Are those what I think they are?
get as close as I can. Ooh, 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 ooh. Crap, I forgot to change it back to wait. Alright. And I just basically throw down a limit break, switch to the Trident and the Oracle, and as you can see there's a point warp up here. Damn it. I accidentally held the R2 button. This is gonna... my time's gonna stop on this. Alright. So the point is to get up here. Now, as many of you know, when using the Noise Blaster spam method, there is always the recoil. So, if you don't hit the button timing just right, Noct is going to take a step back and you're going to lose like about a second of time. So what I do is run to the end of this rock so that he's facing backwards towards the long length of the rock. So if he does take a step back, there's less of a chance of him falling off. Switch to the Noise Blaster and start spamming. See how he took a step back there? That's because I didn't time it just right. There's a certain timing and it's so hard to hit. Alright, he timed it that time. Alright, Electon's back up. So I basically throw it over here. And damn it, he flipped off. That's what I was wanting to avoid. Alright, so getting back here so I can point warp back up there. Come on, damn it. As you can see, he was evading those attacks thanks to the robe, or the black hood. I'm gonna run back up here, switch back to the Noise Blaster, and start spamming again. My time is not going to be very good because I've wasted so much time trying to get back up there, but if all goes well, you can manage to get a very good time. At least in the top 50 or 100. Assuming all goes as planned. Alright, Electon's back up. I already cast it on this side, so I'm going to cast it on this side. Because Electon keeps going. So it kind of helps whittle their health down. Alright, come on. I can hit this. I can. There we go. I hit the timing. I like it when I hit the timing every time. I really... Basically... Oh god, he fell off again. I hate losing time like this. It kills me. It hurts my heart. Alright, this time I'm gonna turn... Don't fall up! No! Damn you, beer, what you do to me.
Everything cool?
No problems here.
Alright. Noise Blaster. Alright, I'm tired of... We're gonna Electon again. Alright, he's in the right position, so if he steps back, he's still in the rock. I've already surpassed my, like, gone way over my usual time at this point, but you kind of get the idea of what I'm talking about. I'm gonna chalk this one up to having a few beers and not being reactive enough. I know that's a cop-out, but as you can see, Nox MP is getting kind of low. I'm gonna go ahead and pop an ether. Now that is also a good thing to do sometimes. Oh, well, okay. That is a shit time compared to what I've been doing, but you get the idea of what I'm talking about.
And yet we're all very much alive.
Alright, so my submitted time is 111.669 seconds. The one I just did is 184.489 seconds. Which is not a bad time. But you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So basically, I'm not submitting that score. I'll do it again this hour and submit a different one, a better one. But basically, the idea is when you're in the fight, there's the warp, which appears right up here. If you're far enough away, you kind of have to run back here and probably equip the trident to be able to warp up there successfully. Because if you still have the noise blaster equipped, you're not really, like, if you just happen to have the R1 button pushed down, you're not going to warp, you're going to use the noise blaster. So I always switch to the Trident or the Oracle just to be safe, and I warp up there, and then the basic idea, unless you have the timing perfect, you're going to have that step back from the recoil, which can make you fall off the rock. The idea is you want to be on the rock because that kind of protects you from some of the enemy attacks, the Cactuars attacks, which will completely shut your time down. Whether you have the black hood or not, whether you're taking the damage or not, you're still wasting time because Noct is stuck in a loop of evading. So you're not actually going to be able to do anything and your time is going to suffer. So if you get up here on the rock, you basically either want to get at this end, facing backwards towards the bulk of the rock behind you, or you want to get to this end, facing the bulk of the rock on the opposite side behind you. And you want to spam that noise blaster, and every time your limit break, other than fire, you don't want to use fire on them because they are resistant. If you're freeze or electron, or if you don't have freeze or electron, I'm sure Thundaga or Blizzaga would work just as well. You throw that down and hope to God that Noct doesn't do his animated flip. I haven't figured out at like how close to the edge he has to be for that flip to initiate, but that is a real pain in the ass. Now, I have tried this just kind of standing on the ground with them, like not on the rock, and doing it. I couldn't get near the times that I had on the rock. It can be effective if you manage to clear out most of the Cactuars from this side and you stay on this side of the rock spamming the noise blaster.
Look where you're going!
That way, like towards where a lot of the Cactuars are spawning, and hope that your bros just kind of take care of the Cactuars that are spawning behind you. That is my experience, at least. Your experience may differ. I am just offering this as my experience. You know, take it or leave it. Take it with a grain of salt. However, I've tried this both with the Long Wife's Peak food. I've tried this both with the Long Wife's Peak, which increases attack by 600, and your hit points and your HP recovery rate, which I consider secondary. And I've also tried it with the Golden Tail suit, which guarantees critical hits. For me, at least, I have found the most success with the long White's Peak. Now, of course, if you're in a position where you can't get the long White's Peak, say if you're in a spot where, which I don't know, I haven't checked the time quest to see like where you have to be. Let's see. Oh yeah, chapter 3 onward. So if you're in a position where you can't hunt the Adamantoise for the Adamantoise meat, then by all means use whatever food that you can to maximize either your damage or your critical output. But for those of you who have finished, I highly recommend using the very easy and no cost method of farming Adamantoise meat, because that is the most success that I have had. And also, when you do this, you're generally going to be filled up. You're going to get a lot of, I think it's mega potions, we'll see in a second, and remedies. You get a lot of remedies. So unless you need those,
Safe and sound.
you basically just sell those for gil. Like, yeah, mega potions. I was at 49 mega potions before I did this timed quest. I'm full now. I'm capped out. So I'm gonna sell 50 more just because I know the next time I do this quest I'm gonna get a lot more. And then I'm at 99 Phoenix Downs. I'm gonna sell some of those because I know I'll get more. Which I don't remember if I get any from this quest or not. But remedies. I had 0 remedies coming into this fight. I now have 64. So fighting 100 Cactuars and Slacktars gave me 64 remedies. Because I generally keep the ribbon equipped, I don't really need them. So I'm selling them for a total of 16,000 gil. Now, if you don't have the ribbons for everybody, then maybe you want to keep the remedies. And that's fine. If you do this quest, you will get plenty of remedies. Now, it is worth noting this quest is only going to be available until the 23rd of October, which I'm sure it'll come around again. That, as if we've seen anything, it's that their timed quests do tend to repeat very often. So yeah, so that's just kind of my loadout and ideas on everything. So I hope maybe it helped some of you. Maybe some of you found it interesting. Maybe you didn't. Either way, I showed you what I wanted to show you, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you later. And Ghost Hugs. Later.